I'm going to, it'll be all unedited and all that. I'm just going to send it as it
Okay.
is, but you'll have something if you need it. And so I am Cindy Brennison. My other half is Jens Brentison. We have been in this LifeWave opportunity for 28 months. And I really want to say 28 glorious months because this has been really the greatest thing that we've had our hands on in a really, really long time. And so what we have gleaned over the last 28 months, I think a lot of what I want to pour into you right now is just from our vantage point, what we know and what we've seen. And you're going to probably say, oh my goodness, she's saying things I've already heard before. You know what? Steve Merritt says the exact same thing every single Zoom he's on. And the reason he does that is because the things that we need to get, we've got to hear over and over. And the things that we aren't getting are the things we hear over and over. And until that aha moment comes, we don't really get it. And so I've, Jens and I have pulled out nuggets from the last several weeks. And that's what I really want to start with. And I want to remind all of us that, and if you don't know this, I'm going to tell you this is what we believe. So, and thank you everyone for being on here. I'll come back at the end and we'll talk some more here too. But LifeWave to us is the perfect company if there is such a thing. It has actually has everything to create longevity. And I am biased because This Is It team is my family, but I'm going to tell you it is the perfect team. And this teamwork knows how to create belief in us for our business. I think the key to today, there's going to be many keys, but the really foundational point is that if we are not in a place that we've come to believe that we can, I want us to literally just put something in the ground, like you've buried a post in the ground. And I want you to know that you can. As I said, we've never seen anything like this before, but we've never seen anything like LifeWave or This Is It team. See, what we've done in This Is It team is by far beyond anything I've ever seen in what our family has done or what a teamwork has done. And the other thing about both of these two together is that not only LifeWave, but This Is It team has a long-term plan with you and us in mind. And I think the thing that Jens and I love most about this is that this LifeWave opportunity is giving, it's a vehicle that is giving ordinary people like you all and us, and we might be more ordinary than the rest of you all are. I just shared he's been deer hunting, you know. He thinks he's got to fill the freezer with meat, and I love it that he does. But it gives, it's a vehicle that gives ordinary people a chance at an extraordinary life. And I don't want you to take those words lightly because we have everything we need to step into that extraordinary life. And we have everything we need to step into that extraordinary life, doing it together. And that's what I think, another point today was some of you rely on us and some of you don't, or some of you don't as often as you could. I want you to know we are here for you. All we do is support teamwork. So never feel like what you're doing is abusing our time or taking advantage of it. No, we really want to be in relationship with you. We want more than anything because we know you can succeed, but it takes sometimes that we work together. And just, being a part of going into this extraordinary lifestyle for all of us means that we get to have a chance to be a part of changing millions of people's lives around the world. I'm telling you, that one's hitting me right now because that makes me so emotional because you all know, and if you don't, you need to get outside your home a little bit more. but people are looking for what we have. People need what we have. And so I just know that we are making a huge impact, and there's so much more that we can and will do and do together. We love that we get to meet with David Schmidt 1 to 2 times a month. This month is actually 3 times. And the thing that I love most about him, the more I get to know him, and you all don't know this as much because you're not at that place of being able to be in that stronger relationship with him. So I'm relaying to you, he values every single one of us. He never takes us for granted. And I love that about him because I will promise you that is not the norm. That is not the norm for a scientist, a CEO, a founder, a person who does patents, the person who leads this company or a big company like this that is growing with the speed it's growing. He still is valuing every single person. And I think he values us more now than I've ever seen in the past. So I think that's quite exciting. The other thing that's really happened in our lives that I want you to kind of lean into is that, for Jens and I think we started out, it was a side gig. I mean, we never intended to be doing this, to be honest, but it became like a side gig. And I really started as a person who was just going to use. So if you've got users on your team, they could become Cindy. They could become any one of you that didn't think you'd ever be doing something like this or be doing it now. Because I mean, I feel like God wrapped this in a vehicle that I wasn't looking for. I really wasn't. And so what has transpired in our journey is that this isn't a side gig anymore. I'm not just a user anymore. This can be a profession for you, and it has become a profession for us. This is not something I ever thought this industry would be my profession, but this as a profession is enabling us to do so much more than we ever could before. And it's enabling us to touch more lives and make a difference in more lives than it's ever been before. And so I'm going to challenge you all today. Just be willing to embrace change, be coachable. I still have to work on being coachable every day because we're all learning from each other. And coachable means that, you're constantly being willing to change and grow. Never try to reinvent the wheel here with this as a team, because this teamwork and this system is being extremely successful. So we don't need to reinvent the wheel. And just to remind you that people follow leadership and people follow and succeed with a system. We have the best leadership. In Gina and Steve Merritt, I have watched them be transformed in the last 28 months also. And the system that's created comes from their 35 years of experience. This is not something I've ever been a part of before. I have to be honest. And our last journey, which was our first journey in this industry, it was not this. The teamwork was not this team. And this is completely different. This is the perfect teamwork. And what we do as a team is duplicatable. And the proof of that is that we have 77 of the top ranks in LifeWave in 28 months. It's not going to stay 77 because every single one of you are going to be there one day. And it doesn't matter how long it takes you to get there. But LifeWave, David Schmidt, Gene and Steve, Jens and myself, all the leaders here that are represented, Bob and Cheryl Kerr, Kathy, Gail, all of you. I don't mean to leave anybody out because I know there's more here. You know who you are. We are committed to your success. So I want each of us to ask ourselves this, even if we are a leader, are you committed to your success? That is a very, very powerful question I'm asking you. And I'm asking it with every ounce of my being right now, because there are some things I'm going to challenge you with in a few minutes. And you have to be committed to your success in order to walk through this challenge. And the challenge is, we want to not only challenge you, but inspire you to end 2024 strong, to end your year strong. And in order to do that, I'm going to be talking about what it's going to take right now. I want to challenge you not to be distracted. This is the time of year that we enjoy our family, we enjoy our friends. My goodness, what day is today of the week? It's Thursday, sorry. Saturday morning, we pick up grandkids. We drive partway to Georgia and pick up grandkids. We're going to enjoy every minute with them. My lifestyle means I balance out my kids, my grandkids, the other businesses we have, the rentals we have, the holidays, our teamwork. I'm balancing it all out all the time by the grace of God and loving every minute of it. But I want you to enjoy your family, your friends, and your team throughout this holiday season, because we have what, 5 or 6 weeks here, probably 6 of holidays. So during that time, I just want to remind you, because not everybody knows or has experienced or sees what you see. So I'm going to say, share, 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 patch, patch, patch. Don't miss an opportunity to change or touch a life. This is the absolute best time of the year to be building this type of business. And I don't know if you've heard this before, if you've listened to the team Zooms, you have, but as January goes, so goes your year. So what I'm saying is, as you step into January 1, 2025, that's going to be a picture of what all of 2025 is going to catapult from. And that's really important for us in this industry. And also remember that this is a 20-year-old company. It's like the best kept secret for health and wellness, both physically and financially out there. Out of 6,000 direct selling companies, we're it. We are number one. We are literally number one. Applaud yourself. You are part of making that happen. I've been talking a lot, so I need a little extra hydration. And as we said, this is the perfect time of the year to build. It's the perfect time to take advantage of the momentum. No one knows about it, but they are beginning to hear about it through the athletes and the famous people that are wearing the patch. Like Mike Tyson showed up in social media, I think it was last week, with an X39 patch, right on his chest. He was using it for strength and recovery. So it's starting to get some recognition. So as you're focused right now, and I'm not going to go into training on 90-day run right this minute to senior director, but as you are focusing on it, and I'm not saying we can't talk about it after, I'm not saying that there's not training that can be done, because we're willing to do whatever this teamwork needs. That's what we want to bring to you. But today's purpose right now is a little different, and we'll step into something else if it's needed after this. But this is a time, not, hear me clearly, I'm all in on this sentence I'm telling you. This is a time to not walk into January, but we need to be running. We need to be running with every single thing we have. And remember, it isn't about, some of you are new here. Thank you for being here. We welcome you. You're all important, and you're all part of our family now. but it's not about our knowledge. It is not about what we know. If you've been, worried that you don't know enough, I'm telling you, you don't have to know anything, but stick this little sticker on your body and let it go to work, doing the repair and the healing while you go about your life, especially these next few weeks. But it is about your belief in this patch. It's about your belief in you, and it's about your belief in what you have your hands on. And this is the main belief it is. I'm going to ask you, do you believe that everyone breathing needs this X39 patch? It shows, I'm telling you, it'll show with how we move, how we touch people, how we make certain that we touch people when we're out and about, how we're contacting our friends, those people on that scary list. We're going to go ahead and touch them because we believe they need it. And I'm going to ask, do you believe that everybody breathing needs this patch? And I'm going to tell you, Jens and I do. We do. I come from a background that when people showed up in ICU, I have to tell you, for many, it was too late for me to do anything. I feel like I have an opportunity to preventatively and repair what's happened and heal what's happened through getting people introduced to this patch. For me, I feel like I'm saving lives. And it's a completely different, nothing about it's the same as what I used to do. And that's why I'm so passionate. And so I want to challenge you, believe that everyone breathing needs this. Stay zoned in, stay focused. Don't let yourself get too busy. This is a $1 million opportunity. We've already seen this. 28 months, we've seen this. This is worth whatever you're putting into it. And if you put more and take it up another level, it's worth that too. That's what we want for you, what we've already received. And here's another key nugget. Remember, what you say is what you're going to get. So here's another key question. What do you want? I want you to know, guys, I love you so much. I want everyone to win like we're winning. So I want you to know what you want. And I want you to say it. And I want you to say it again. And I want you to say it every single day. I want you to finish this year strong. And if you've been on Saturday's training, either live or replays on the YouTube at This Is It team, you have heard over and over and over the fabulous training of the importance of the Rise Up. This Is It's team's convention for January 10th and 11th. It's available. I think we still maybe have a couple of seats live, but it's available virtual. That's so simple, to be in your home, gather your teamwork, whatever it takes to get as many people on that Zoom, that virtual convention online as you possibly can. The leaders, and we already have what we're speaking on. Our minds are blown at what you're going to see. We've rented Eric Warrior Studio in Vegas. 500 of us will be there. It's going to be interactive. We can't even believe what you're going to receive that weekend, the Friday night and Saturday. And the thing is, the vision that This Is It team is going to cast that weekend, you can't afford to miss it. Neither can the people you haven't touched yet. Neither can your team. You cannot afford to miss it. This, and I didn't check today, I apologize, but early bird pricing was supposed to end the day before yesterday, and it was still on last night. So it may have gone up, I'm not sure, but get your ticket if you haven't. This, this price that you're paying for the virtual is unbelievably cheap and inexpensive for what you're going to get. And why is it so important? Because this kind of business, this industry is built from event to event. Some of you know that already. It's built from event to event and trip to trip. And the trips are just the fun way to get paid. And you get to bring your team with you and build relationships that become like family. This last trip, Punta Cana, we came home and I said to Jens, I'm literally shocked that I'm saying this, but that trip was our fourth free trip of this year. And I honestly think in my heart, it is the best trip we've had all year. And I asked myself, how could I say that? How could I say this trip was the grandest trip, even beyond Europe? How could I say that? And I figured it out. In Europe, we had 500. At Punta Cana, we had 1,000. So that is what was the key, because by being with more of the people, more of our teamwork, it was like a family reunion. If you weren't there, then I'm telling you, tonight is the night, or this evening is the evening just for you, because I want you to know you can do this and you can earn the trip. This new trip, Punamita, for April, it's the latter half of April. The qualification runs through February 23rd. Jens and I looked at it and we took a breath. We gasped like, oh my gosh, they upped the volume we've got to have. Oh my gosh. And then we broke it down and we were like dancing because they increased the volume, but they gave us more volume for everything we achieve, to advance a rank, to hold a rank, to help your people upgrade or advance a rank. And we were blown away that they had made it easier. So we went back and said to David, okay, you had to up your seats for Punta Cana because we told you we're going to double numbers. You're going to have to do it again, because we've gone back and said, we're not going to have 1,000 in Punamita. We're going to have 2,000. And that's the words we've given him. And so Rise Up is going to help you accomplish this. But what I'm going to say right now, you have to hear. It's not about waiting for Rise Up. It's about right now, today, planting something in the ground that says today is my day to begin new and begin afresh with a completely different understanding and mindset than I've had before. Rise Up is going to give all of us the conviction in the product, the conviction in the company, and this one's really big: conviction in the industry, conviction in our system, and just the conviction in, this whole opportunity. You're going to come away with so much conviction, whether you're there or you're virtual, that it's going to be so strong that no one can talk you out of doing this for you and your family. I almost pray that you feel that way when we get off the Zoom today, because that's what I want you all to know. And it's going to be about the new and the old team, all of us, the people that are just enrolling or the prospects even coming to listen with you, receiving and sharing the hope and learning duplication. This is the thing that always hits me. If you don't attend Rise Up, the live or virtual convention, you're going to feel left out. And that is not for your good for your business. And I want to say that, because I want you to know it will not be good for your business to not receive what we are going to be pouring out and receiving. And I'm not trying to give you a sales pitch. I'm trying to tell you what I know that I know that I know has put us where we are today. And this is a fact in the industry and the success that awaits you, what I'm sharing with you. Rise Up is going to equip you to take your emotional, your physical, and your financial health to extreme levels and meet your needs, but you have to be there. You have to be there, like you have to be present. You have to receive the nuggets that you are lacking. And I heard somebody say a couple of weeks ago, you know, these are not these nuggets that for most of us, you would listen, let's just say we listen 10 hours and there's one tiny nugget that's going to change everything for us. And that's what we're there for. But it's not going to be taught. It's really going to be caught, because you're going to hear what it is. You're going, oh my gosh, that's it. That's it. It's going to be that aha moment, and it's going to light a fire in you when you get your nugget. But that nugget that you catch, in order to catch it, you've got to come ready and fully present with pen and paper. It's got to be like you're dead serious. Like this is life or death. You've got to be on it, and you've got to be ready to receive, because it's going to change the trajectory of your business for months and months and months to come. And duplicating this behavior to your team, they're going to do the same. This business is all about duplication. We just have a little bit different story, or little bit different personality of how we deliver it. So that's what keeps it so simple. And I mentioned a minute ago, your actions are speaking really loudly to those who are following you. So I'm challenging you, take ownership of your business. The training, as I said, is going to be so worth anything that you invest that day, from finances to time to your focus, of anything you've ever seen before. And remember I said earlier, what you are doing now is going to set the presence for January, that will set the presence for the rest of the year. So what I'm saying to you now, what you are doing now is creating your 2025. That is like a wild, profound statement. Take it to heart. What we are doing now is creating our 2025. Do not wait. Do not wait. Do not wait on a New Year's resolutions. They are not the key. They're never the key. People make New Year's resolutions for something they drop in a week or two. This tonight, this is the key. What you do with this challenge and this info is the key to where you're going to be in 2025.
We've been in government to be implemented. Personal government just kind of ignored with some old recommendations. Hopefully, they'll answer your question, Martha. Congress still has to.
Sorry, I needed to go on and mute. So I want to also say, Jens and I are not challenging you to do anything that we as your leaders have not already done or already doing. I need you to know this. Our lives, I'm spinning plates, we're spinning families, you know, we've got all kinds of things going on. We're part of a ministry. There isn't really any extra time. Let me put it that way. But we are putting our time in the priority that we know it needs to be, and we're getting done what needs to be done. And so I'm just going to go ahead and mute everybody real quick, and I'll unmute you in a minute. And so I know that it's possible, and I know all of you have, like, your lives are so full. I know this, I know this, I know this, I know this. I'm looking in the mirror as I look at you, but I want to encourage you and challenge you that there are some things to do right now so that several months from now, or 6 months from now, or a year from now, you're not sitting here in this same place, because I know that can happen because I've been there too. And set a goal. How many people will you have on Rise Up Virtual? We have a marker board in my office, and that marker board has so much stuff on it. And I erase it and I scratch through it and I put new stuff on all the time, literally down to what I've got to do next hours in my phone schedule. What I'm needing to focus on today and this week is on that marker board, because I'm human and I cannot get the things that need done if I don't make a plan. Because I will tell you, something will steal that moment, that hour, and that energy. So I am juggling that all the time. So challenge, set a goal. I mean, how many people are you going to have at Rise Up Virtual? How many contacts are you going to do a day? We all suggest 5. And I know some days I do 15. It just depends where I'm at. If I'm in the airport, I'm doing 10. How many follow-ups are you going to do? Follow-ups are key. See, follow-ups are letting people know you matter. You matter to me. I really did say I want you on my team, but now I'm showing you in my actions, I want you on my team. How many team will you have with you in Punta Mita? How many? I'm planning to have all of you. That's what I want. That's my goal. And I'm going to do what it takes, and I need you to help me. And just by taking ownership and implementing all that we do through the pro system, and this is at team homepage, pointing your team to the Zooms and watching them yourselves, the replay, you can watch them anytime. Again, the following up, all of this is going to naturally build your business and cause you and your team to advance ranks. This is something that Jens and I have been talking about lately. And so I'm going to absolutely verbalize it. And you're probably going to say, is she really saying that? I'm saying this. I've been asking, Jens, do you think we're ever going to have another season like this in the years to come in LifeWave? We believe we will, but I want you to know that what I'm seeing in this season, I've never seen before. With the momentum, with the opportunity the way it is. So I'm going to challenge you, don't take it lightly. LifeWave opportunity is going to be around for decades to come. We already know David's plan for the next probably almost 5 years, if not more, maybe 7. It's going to be strong. But when I see movie stars and people in, a competition wearing a patch online, on social media, I'm saying right now is the best time. People are thinking, what the heck do they have on? They want to know what they're wearing. We know what they're wearing. But in a year, a few more people are going to know what that patch is. So I think right now is the best time, because they're like our free advertisement, but nobody knows what the patch is. And this truly is a $1 million window of opportunity right now. And it's waiting for you. It is waiting for you. I posted on Telegram. I don't remember if it was yesterday or the day before, to be honest with you. My days kind of run together some days, and today's one of them. And Jens did a little clip. He came in and he handed it to me and he said, hey, you can put this on Telegram if you want. So if you haven't seen it, it's him talking about when he used to go commercial fishing, and it was before we got married. And, you fish when the fish are biting. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. I think he did a great job. I didn't edit it. I just threw it up there because it's been a crazy week. Everybody's got a crazy week right now, but it's a good crazy. And you want to keep bringing in the new people and helping as many as you can to go manager. That's what's going to give your business life. And I'm going to remind you that I don't say to everybody, do you want to build a business? Because some of them are going to hang up the phone on me, or they're going to walk away from me. But I know what they will receive is, you know what? I know you've just gotten on this patch because you're telling me you need more energy, you need better sleep, you're tired of those aches and pains, or you need another stream of income. So who else do you know needs this? Let's go share with your 4 most important people right now. And I also want you to tell me who your 4 strongest business builders are. That's what I do every single time I sit with a personal. And I had one the other day said, oh, you know what? I'm like, just don't know really what to say and how to say it. That's why I'm delaying. And I'm like, great. I'm glad we're sitting here having coffee together. Who is that person? Oh, it's such and such. Good. Open your phone. Okay. What am I going to do now? You're going to call her. What? Yep. We're going to do this together. And I do that with people on Zooms, and I will do that with any of you because I'm past that stage of fear. I'm to the side of passion that I think there's a chance it could save their life. And that's where I come from now. So just pull on us as we're needed. I'm going to say that many times, I know. Another thought was somebody said this in a training the other day. If you don't feel you have the money for the virtual ticket, ask your family if that could be your Christmas gift, because that's a gift that's going to keep on giving, and it's going to go all the way into your legacy if you really use it and get the nuggets out of it. That's actually the most valuable investment, and as far as we're concerned, behind Jesus in your life that you could make in yourself right now. And I heard one of the team members say this on one of the events recently. And it was such a profound statement. I think it was Ken Robinson. He said, when people say to me, oh, my team is ... Oh, my team is, too busy or what. My team isn't interested. And he said, now I'm going to give you my words, are a little different than his words, but I'm going to tell you, ask God to help you and go build another team. I literally can tell you, Jens and I have rebuilt our team multiple times. And you know what? It's a blast, because every single time we rebuild our team, and we rebuild because we didn't have a whole bunch of friends. We had 7 people we knew that we sponsored. And so for us, it's about the relationship. So every time we start over and start building again, or start going from another 20 left, 20 right, we get excited because we know that's more new relationships in our lives. And that's the part that really matters to us. And so the other thing I wanted to say a minute ago was, want this as much as you want your next breath. Sometimes it takes that much. You just got to have to want it that much. And so again, don't take the fact that you can just get a virtual ticket for granted. Treat it like you are going to be sitting there live if you are doing the virtual. And Jack Canfield, when he spoke at the global convention, he used this acronym. He used, and those of you that watched or saw some of the recordings I put up, he said, capital and bold, BHAG. He said, set some big, hairy, audacious goals for yourselves. Well, the way I interpreted that for myself and how Jens and I interpreted it was that we did it this way. Yep, we want those big, hairy, audacious goals. So for us, I know it's not just about us. So we looked at it that we were going to ask. We ask the Lord every day, and we declare it over us and our team. And as we ask and declare, we're actually using Ephesians 3:20. As we ask and declare over us and you and your family and your business and your teamwork, we're saying, now to him who is able to do immeasurably more than all we ask or imagine, according to his power that is at work within us. That's it. That's all you need. That's it. You know that you know that you know you're not building this alone. And that takes the pressure off of you. You have asked and you have declared. and you move forward with that type of behavior. So as you're out and about and you're sharing with people, remember, ask a question and listen. And now bring what you have, which is a solution to their problem. Remember, one of our team members, Linda Summersall, says, when they say to me, oh, I've got low energy, or, she goes, well, that's why I wear this. Well, I've got these aches and pains. Well, that's why I wear this. I don't sleep good. Well, that's why I wear this. I need extra income. Well, that's why I wear this. So the reminder is this patch is a solution for just about every single thing that the people are going to bring up. Remind yourself to bring that up, because then they're going to say, what is that? And now you've opened the door to patch them. As I do, I get their contact information in my phone, I patch them, and I'm going to offer them enrollment. I am ready. I will sponsor them no matter where I am, because I'm not going to make them jump through all kinds of hoops. I'm ready to get them in because I know they don't get their story, they don't get their testimony until they get their patches coming. And that's where I want to take them. And that's why I said earlier, it's not about what you know. It's not. It's about your belief and how much do they need that patch. So be excited and be confident as you speak. And I want you to know you have this and you have what they need. So I'm going to just ask each of you, you're welcome to unmute yourself. I'm going to stop the recording because I'm not going to record